Whoops.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Well, do it live! Do it live!
Doing it live, week 119.
Oops.
Nicki's got her phone on full volume.
Sorry. Okay, week 119.
Yeah.
This is very exciting.
Let me just pause that one. And we're doing it from home because it's pouring with rain. It's meant to be dry season, and it's not dry season.
No, and it's freezing.
Oh,
It's
cold,
really
yeah.
cold.
Really cold.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is we have James got a new t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, we both got a new
We've got
t-shirt.
Yes.
Light sets, which if you guys go back far enough, we did a few shows with light sets, and he saw us at the conference. And he's like, "I got a shirt for you guys." And I was like, "What's up?"
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it was really cool. Really lovely. And so what we're going to do today is we've got 3 days when we're in Suriname, and we are going to record those. We're going to be sitting here. We are live. We will be here. We can answer your questions at the end of the show. Just want to reach out and say thank you very much for tuning in, for watching. We really appreciate the support that we get from everybody, and it's good to be back in Berlin, though the weather's not the best, but that's life, isn't it? So,
yes.
So we are going to play the next. James has got it all organised.
So sorry about all the noise. I'm going to mute our microphones while we play the video, so you don't have to listen to the rain, because I think you can hear that. And chat in the chat, because I'll also respond in the chat box. Hopefully it's not making a noise for you guys. I'll chat in the chat box as well. So let's do it. Let's go to this week's video, and we're going to push play and get started.
Good morning, and I think it's day
11.
Yeah.
Yesterday was Sunday. We got up early, and one of our new friends, a local gentleman, he took us to some markets.
Yeah, the Sunday morning markets, which happen every week, and so we got to experience some amazing food again. I think the food here has just been incredible with this, as we keep saying, this melting pot of cultures and cuisines.
It's pretty good. We had some chicken kebabs, we had some deep fried stuff. But it was really good.
Yeah.
Lots of really good handmade stuff, paintings, leather goods.
Yeah. Some of there's one artist, it was stunning. It actually put tears to my eyes. His paintings were beautiful, and he did faces of the different people here. Yeah,
women.
It was just women, different women, all different women. Yeah.
All women.
Yeah, it was stunning.
That was really good.
And I brought in a bracelet, and I paid with Bitcoin.
Yeah, he took us to a Chinese market, which was interesting. It wasn't sort of a Sunday market as the other one. It was just sort of a few vendors on the street. But didn't he say down the side street there was more? And did we not make it to that?
No, that was it. No, there was.
Okay, so there was another market. So we drove through a market as well.
Yeah, and that was all second-hand goods.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Chinese market was all food. So it was all wontons, dim sum, that sort of thing. And we actually onboarded one of the local parliamentary men who's been in Parliament for a while, and we got him onto the Blink wallet, and we paid for our smoothies with it.
Morning smoothies.
It was quite funny.
Smoothies and our wontons.
Yes. So that was really cool. So that was the morning we came. We then went to
the Breeze Hotel, which you can basically get. It's probably the highest hotel in the city, and you get a really good view.
Yeah, they have a rooftop bar.
Yeah.
So we had
6
coffee.
stories. Yeah, we had coffee. It was good.
So I've got photos there. You will see, and he was telling us stories. You know, one side's the official port of the waterways. On the other side is the
non-official port.
Not official port.
Leave it like that. You guys can read between the lines. We won't say too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really good. And then he dropped us home.
Yep.
We had a nap.
Then we did some work. I got up the video up from last week. Got that in, finished, and James did work, and then we sort of hashed our presentation. So our presentation's completely different kind of.
Well, no, it's not completely different.
No.
It was very information dense. It lost a little bit of the Nicki and James vibe.
Yeah.
And we wanted to bring that back. So we've rehashed it to probably summarize it a lot more and make sure it's got a bit more of that Nicki James energy vibe.
Yeah, that people know. Yeah, so that was good. And then we decided to go out for dinner. So we put out in the group chat that we're heading to dinner. So we went Indian, and again, yum.
Really good Indian.
And and a few of the ones who had some energy came out.
Apparently, there's a few hungover people from the night before.
And so it was good. And
we got ice cream.
We got ice cream.
Gelato / sorbet. Really, it was the same. It was the same brand from the Wakapasi, but it was a different owner, and they didn't accept Bitcoin. So we basically said to the young lady, we weren't really in a mood to onboard her, but we told her to get her boss and the other guy to talk to each other about accepting Bitcoin, because she was like, oh well, no one's ever asked me that. I've learned so much working here. It was quite cool. And then we got a taxi home,
and we pretty much crashed. Because we had to have an early start this morning, hence the bags under the eyes and the noise from the neighbours next door. First time I noticed them.
He didn't sleep well with the noise from the neighbours next door.
I didn't sleep well.
I didn't notice it.
We're off on a venture, but we'll tell you about that tomorrow. So we're going to say goodbye.
Nice
Short and sweet. See ya. Bye.
Day 12 summary, which was Monday, yesterday, and we got up nice and early and we made a video for you guys. We did. Right before we had to get in our taxi and go be nice and early for a pickup for a tour.
Yes. So we did a 3-hour drive. 2 hours was on the highway, 1 hour was off-road, and we climbed the mountain of Suriname, which was 512 meters. Brownsburg, which doesn't sound very tall when you live at 1,000 meters, but it's not a paved road, it is mud.
This is a serious four-wheel drive track. Like, even in New Zealand is pretty serious four-wheel drive track. Like, so we drove up that and we got to the top, and it's a pretty cool view. It was an incredible view looking over the lake, and we're in the Amazon jungle. So it was a campsite. It was a place where people would start doing treks from there. So they'd meet there and go and do treks. And so we had Rui was our guide. No, it was Smalley, I think. Smalley was our guide. And he took us down to, took us on a big walk. We saw a snake on the way up. It was just on the log as we were driving past, and it was like, snake! So that was pretty cool. It was probably about as thick as, I don't know, a fat finger, but it was really long, like probably over a metre. Oh, well and truly, And he was just sunbathing. It was quite good. We disturbed him. And then on the actual walk, it was a walk basically down the mountain. So you drive up it and then you walk down it to a waterfall. What did we see? We told us a lot about trees and the medicinal properties, which was quite cool. Did we see any more animals? Not really. No. Saw some butterflies. Monkeys once we got back up. Oh yeah. I saw some birds at the top, some interesting birds. What I found interesting, because we were going in the Amazon jungle, was the medicinal, every plant had a purpose and it's something for people. Or it was the telephone tree, the candle tree, the gum tree, the rubber tree. Oh, it's the gum and rubber. It's the same. There was lots of different ones. And there was the furniture tree. And there was the heart tree, or the spiritual tree. The spiritual tree. They all had proper names. This is just how we remembered them. But there were lots of different trees and vines and stuff. There was the turtle vines, and just explaining a lot of things around it. It was quite cool. It was very interesting. It was really good. So it was a great day, and then it was a huge trek back, and we ended up at the hotel where a lot of people were staying, and we caught up with a couple more people, and then we hopped in a taxi and went straight out for dinner. 2 taxis. We loaded up with 2 taxis. We're basically the last stragglers here at the conference. And went for a good dinner at a Chinese restaurant. and we all celebrated the a trip to Suriname, the conference, the price being super high, being the last day, just hanging out with each other, which is just the general camaraderie of some of these smaller conferences is really good.
No, I was just thinking of what people might like to hear, and one of the things was, when we're driving up, when we're looking down from the mountain, we saw the gold miners. So you have the Chinese have got a big mine there that we could see, and then the local villages. And the local villages are the ones that are illegal, apparently. And so it's quite interesting seeing what's been taken.
And they showed us an illegal mine where the guys had literally just started digging a pit down. It was probably, 15 meters deep, just a square, like a rectangle hole straight down. And apparently they tunnel in after that. That was quite interesting. Locals, just local people doing it. But there's bigger illegal operations as well, like machinery and everything.
So it is quite an interesting country in regards to that. I think. And then the weather actually came in on the way home, just thinking about other things there, which huge wind, and it started to drizzle a bit, but it blew a couple of trees across the road, and thankfully the part of the team had actually gone home earlier than us, so they were busy clearing the trees ahead of us, and we're like, we don't remember that tree being there. And then we got to the last tree and they were busy just clearing it, so we all got out and helped them, which was quite good, but it was quite funny. But we actually stopped at a mining town on the way up, and in the mining town, it's quite interesting. We went to a supermarket, and inside the supermarket is super well stocked. Like, it's just a little, like, it's basic, but it's well stocked. And down the back, there was all of this mining equipment accessories as well. So if you had pumps break or lines break and stuff like that, you could go and buy spare parts. And I was really impressed, because I feel like in El Salvador it's been quite hard for us to get hold of some things, and I'm like, here we are in the middle of nowhere in the Amazon, and there's all of these really, like, the foods in the supermarket and the machinery, the equipment in the shop. It's quite funny, but I think because it's a mining nation, they really do need to bring that equipment in, otherwise it doesn't work, right? So it's quite interesting how the difference in being able to bring things in. That was quite apparent. And we finished our dinner off, and that's it. And
came home.
And
we managed to organise hopefully a significantly cheaper ride home for ourselves. Back to the airport. Taxi to the airport. So we're teaming up with one of the guys at the lodge, and we're going as his guests in his taxi, which will be good. So we'll hopefully get at least half price compared to what we paid. Otherwise, it has been funny paying with cash. Dinner was like $4,700 last night, which is pretty funny. But it's like, that's like what, $100 or something. No, it's more than that. 150. $150. But everyone was struggling for cash, so there was a few trades going on with just paying us in Bitcoin and stuff, but it was quite cool. It's just fun doing it in other currencies. I can see why when people go to Argentina and they're like, look at my wad of pesos. It's pretty funny. But all right, that's us for today, and we're packing up. So we've got to get onto it and packed up, and see you in El Salvador. We'll see you before you probably see this. Hopefully you enjoyed the video yesterday as well. I haven't checked if it went up, but it should be all good. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you guys. Buenos dias, amigos. Day 13 summary for our last day in Suriname, and you will notice that we have this new background behind us, and that is because we're in El Salvador. We're in Bitcoin country. All-time high. Again. And we've had no sleep. So we've had a little bit. Yeah, we may look like we're wearing the same clothes, but we've showered, so just as long as you guys don't have smell-o-vision on, you won't actually know. No, fine. There you go. So that was a big day, because we got up our normal time, which is around 5:36 or something in Suriname, and we didn't get to El Salvador until like midnight. Yes. Yeah. That was good. But our day was pretty much packing up. James had some work,
to do.
Squirrels.
We got squirrels now. Yeah, we're in squirrel land, not monkey land. So we packed up. We then ordered.
Nicki packed up. She did a great job of packing up. I did work.
You worked, and then we went. We grabbed a cab and we went to the hotel. Toraraka, and we ordered some lunch.
And he was like, it'll be 25, 30 minutes. And we're like, we got like 45 minutes. We'll be sweet.
No, we had longer than that.
Oh,
we
yeah.
actually,
Whatever it was.
Anyway, so, an hour later, pretty much.
There was no food.
And the bus, the shuttle to the airport was going. But luckily, they put it into a box for us.
Yeah.
And sent us on our way.
Yeah. We went and paid. So we paid, we needed to pay with the Ditto. The Ditto Banks card has been a huge saviour on this trip. It's been really good.
And we onboarded a waiter one time we had eaten there, and Jamal, and he sort of was there, and he was going, he was apologetic for missing the conference, but he had to work, so he couldn't turn up. But we said, have you spent your Bitcoin? He said, no, and he opened it up, and it had increased by $1.50 or $1.60, and he was going, what?
We'd given him $5, and it was now like $1.06. It was now like $6.60.
So that's just that proof of holding and seeing the benefits. And it was only a small amount, but at least.
Well, it was a small amount with a 20% increase. It was freaking huge.
Yeah, which is really
cool. It was awesome. And unfortunately, we had a different waiter as well, and I would have loved to have gotten him on board. And so what I might do is try and contact Jamal, and because the other waiter that actually served us, he went out of his way when he realised. I was like, look, it's been you said 30 minutes, and it's now like 40 minutes, and I said we've got an airport taxi, and he went out and packed our meal himself into takeout boxes and and ran out and gave it to us as we'd paid, and we're like, screw it, it is what it is.
We've got to go. So no, I think that'd be a great idea, because I also thought the way he interacted with us, he didn't write our order down, he knew it, he went off, he
did a great job. Great. It was actually a great venue for the Suriname decentralized. They've got several like venues inside the venue, which is really cool. We had a great time. So anyway, we got on the plane. I have to say it was really fun traveling as a group.
Because it wasn't just James and I traveling. We had Maya, we had Stefan, we had
Troy,
and we had
we had another conference goer. He's actually he's a pretty popular name, but he keeps a very low profile. He had some cool tech, and he was talking about his stuff, and it was awesome. So traveling as a group was fun. Maya looked like she had personal security, because a couple of the guys were sitting next to her in the plane, and every time she wanted to get up, they all had to get up.
And they're quite big, and Maya's so tiny.
That was funny. So that was good.
And we hung out in Panama,
which was good.
So we all flew to Panama. Panama is a great hub, a great international airport. It sends you to everywhere, and it's that
was really cool. Amazing seeing the people transit through there. Great facilities. I bought some headphones at duty free, which didn't have it was an okay selection. I could have probably done better if I hunted a bit more. I just broke a pair. But we had a great meal together in there as well, because we had like 2.5 hours or something. Troy went his own way, and we got on a plane to El Salvador, and we basically slept for most of that. Which was good. And
then we came through very easy. Our big changes in El Salvador airport, even since I came through in March. It was quite interesting. A lot of dogs checking. There was a lot of
truck dogs.
Stuff. And I kind of understand we're coming in from Panama, which could be coming in from Colombia, it could be coming in from...
It's a hub of activity.
All sorts of countries that, when you think about it, Ecuador...
It was actually interesting going out of Suriname. I hadn't thought about it. I'd made jokes about smuggling gold and prison wallets and things. And then they had a full body scan. So, it wouldn't have been a fun experience to try and do that. No. Just note for anyone thinking about that.
And we did actually have to get our luggage checked.
That was our fault.
In Suriname, we were sitting there waiting for the board, and our names got called out. And
I heard James Turner, and I was like, was that my name? And then they were like, Nicola Malcolm, and I'm like, that was probably my name.
So we had to go down and talk to them, open up one of the bags, and we had bought
a mosquito zapper. And I know that you're not meant to put lithium batteries in your luggage, but I was like, nah, I'm taking it. So it was funny.
So yes, so we had to.
So apparently they X-ray scan everybody's bags before they put them on the plane.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought I'd just get away with it.
No, but it's all good. So anyway, we're very grateful. We have got a coffee. We have come and picked up the soap. We're all ready for
all ready for Bitcoin country.
Already Bitcoin country.
Adopting Bitcoin.
Yes.
Already bumped into Bitcoiners along the way. Yeah. It's good.
And we're going to have a swim in the pool, which is just in front of us. And then we are going to do a bit of work for the My First Bitcoin for tomorrow, and a bit of work on our prep on our presentation.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
So, yeah.
Oh, so you think about a summary of Suriname? No?
No, do you need a summary?
No, I was just going to say it was a great experience.
Awesome experience.
Yeah, people, food.
Melting pot of cultures, culinary.
Yeah. My parents talked about over-tourism when they visited us through Europe and the other places, popular places they went. You don't suffer from that here in Latin America. It's really cool. You go and you get a really good experience. Yeah. And I would say Suriname, we had no idea what to expect. This is our first time in Latin America, like El Salvador, then Guatemala, and then Suriname. And Suriname just blew us away. So if you're thinking about something unique to see, I'd say, check it out.
Check it out, absolutely. And it is, as James mentioned, we saw the sign. We didn't get to take a photo, but it holds the world record for the most forests
in the world.
Yeah.
I saw the sign because I think I mentioned it earlier on. I was like, man, where's the photo? I was looking for it through all of our stuff. I'm like, no, I've seen this. Yeah. It was a massive billboard entering and exiting the airport.
Yeah, so 93% is covered by the Amazon jungle, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, we got dragonflies flying around. The pool, the sun's come up. Yeah. The clouds are going slowly but surely. We're ready to go have a swim.
So I guess we're basically going to do this for the coming week, going into next Monday, and then after that we will be back into our regular lives because we're going to record this week with adopting for you guys. So you're going to experience it. You'll know already because you're watching it.
Yes.
So
all right.
Thanks
Adios.
heaps.
Hasta luego.
So
I had it going.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, Nicki, apparently I've ruined it.
Are we live?
We are. Yep. Everyone can hear us again.
Okay.
I'm not going to worry about it. It's not worth it.
All right.
So. Oops. Okay.
Hello. James is playing things on the computer. So that was our first 3 days of the week. So it was Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Wednesday ended up being a day for us where we were pretty much, we had to go down and get the soap from Doris's house, which was great. We had a coffee and a swim. We then headed up to San Salvador and we went to Lumas. So if anyone hasn't been to Lumas before, I recommend going.
It's a restaurant.
What?
It's a restaurant.
It's a restaurant. And really, simple sourdough sandwiches pretty much with really good coffee and good drinks. And so we had really lovely food there. And I think I've got some photos off there. If we're showing photos.
Yep, I can.
Yeah.
I can do photos.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Well, do you want to start with what we've got?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can find them.
What's here?
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, that was just before we had a swim. And then
so that was our breakfast at the hotel.
At the hotel.
And then we had a swim.
Yeah.
And then this was lunch at Luma.
Yes.
This is a Cuban sandwich and it was really good.
Yeah. It was really tasty.
Yeah.
And can everyone hear us?
Yep.
Just checking? Yep. All right. And then that was mine. It was really good. And then we pretty much went into our Airbnb and crashed for the night. And then the next morning, we decided we would go and have breakfast at Good Coffee. Good Coffee, Good Beans.
Good Beans.
Good Beans. And we walk in, and who do we see?
This is Keith from Seed Signer.
And it was a pretty awesome experience. We've also got Gabe. We're not forgetting Gabe.
No, we can't forget Gabe. No.
Gabe was there. But it was good, great seeing Keith. And so he was like, oh, I was about to go to my first Premier Bitcoin unconference. And we said, well, do you want to ride? And he's like, what? Yeah, I'd love a ride. So that saved him having to rush out the door, and we gave him a ride up to the unconference.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Yep. And then we had a nice bagel. Gave this great BLT. Get the next photo.
Yeah, just give me a moment. Sorry, I'm obviously not as good at this as Tim is now.
Tim, we're missing you.
Yeah, I know. So there's the BLT, which is great. He also ran out of sourdough, so it was bagels.
Yeah.
And then John at the unconference.
Yes. The unconference was great. It was our first time of getting to the unconference. Really enjoyed it. There's a good group of people coming along. It was just it was fun.
It was very interesting when people got up and spoke about what they wanted to talk about. It was quite humbling to know that people were going to be talking about things that I think were important. Like they're important to us, and we don't really hear many people talk about them. But when they went to a conference and they wanted to talk about them, I was like, wow, this is great, because it's not normal conversation stuff, and yeah.
And then
So these are a couple that live in Indonesia. They have, I think it's Bitcoin Bali House or something.
yes, it is.
Yeah, or Bali House or Bitcoin House in Bali.
Really interesting, because it's illegal. Bitcoin's illegal in Indonesia and Bali. So what they're having to do to sort of get round it all is very interesting. You were in that talk, but I was listening to her in another talk outside.
Yeah,
it was really interesting.
So they're focused on education first. Sounds like they were self-funding it all and everything, but it sounds like they've had massive traction, which is really good. And Bali is challenging because there's so many islands as well. So I don't envy the situation. It sounds like it's... But I'm curious, do they speak a lot of English there?
Yes, they do. There is a lot of English. Yeah.
So that would explain, I think, some of their ability to get high adoption, because they're German, but they were speaking... Their English is really good. So they seem to be able to communicate things well.
Yeah. Then I was on the outside stage, and there's some great talks. So we had a woman in the Bitcoin community, and again, really interesting woman here talking. Really enjoyed listening to their conversation. Yeah. And then it was really great to see Patty from Berlin up. She has, over the year and a bit that we've been up here, her confidence and her knowledge has grown so much. It's really cool to see her up on stage.
Is that Ronnie?
And this was Ronnie. It was talking about it was in Spanish, this one, and they were discussing how to help with the adoption here in Latin America when trying to get Bitcoin adoption with the Spanish speakers. So it was quite not that I understood a lot, but it was
So Nicki and I we were MCs, and we were on separate stages. Nicki was outside and I was inside.
Yeah. And then this was a great talk too. So it was all about circular economy. So we had Pierre too from Bitcoin Berlin up there, which was really great. And it was just, I really enjoyed this. They really got the audience asking questions about adoption, and it was good. And I was also able to help out in regards to answering some of those questions, which was great. So
you got South Africa there, and there was Scott, and I forget the other guy's name, but the guy third from if you count from the left. He has a circular economy in the States, I think it was. Or no.
No. He was in.
He's from the States, but he had a circular economy. I can't remember where.
It was in Africa.
Okay. Yeah. And then on the far left is Scott Wolf, who's actually part of the Bitcoin Federation Federation of Bitcoin Circular Economies. And they are putting together basically a centralized source of information to help people and help other circular economies get started and get more traction. So it's quite interesting talking to them. I had a good couple of conversations with both of them, which was good.
We did. And then we stayed there for dinner. It got the clouds and the rain came in. It got quite cold, and we had a dinner at Kinigwe. The Kinigwe? No,
Nope.
sorry. I
Kadeho.
always do that.
It's Kadeho.
Kadeho. Yeah, it was fun. It was great. So we had dinner, and then we went.
Kadeho, Montana. There's the one on the mountain.
Yeah, yeah. And then we headed off and went to our Airbnb. And so the next day was conference day. So this is the first day of conference. And look at the t-shirt, they match.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen that t-shirt somewhere before. So LightSats is actually a really good onboarding tool. And you can use it to send, basically you can create like, oh, he gave us some cards. What happened to those cards?
Oh, I know exactly where they are.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we need to actually, so shout out to Super Pilotish because he actually sent through some sats on last week's show, but I only just saw them today when I opened up. We got our phone with our personal wallet on it again. He sent through $10 to give a coffee or a beer to somebody, but we only just saw it today. So we could actually use those for the LightSats cards.
Okay.
Which is what we'll
Yeah.
do. But LightSats is a great way to onboard people without having a wallet. And so when they go to the LightSats website, they can actually learn how to get a wallet and onboard, which is pretty cool.
And conference was great. A new venue. I really enjoyed the new venue. It sort of feels really park-like. It was really great. The artwork was amazing. They had an art gallery.
We'll come to the art in a minute.
showing. I haven't. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the farmers market was there. First day outside, second day inside due to rain. But it was great to see a lot of the guys from the beach
Yep.
here. This is actually a photo of Maya on the right, who is watching her new lead for the campaign organisation, I guess.
Yeah.
Stefan getting a tattoo.
Yes.
And it was funny because they all started getting the same tattoo, and they were busy getting the tattoo of the formula for basically the Bitcoin halving process, which is pretty cool. So it became a bit of a thing, and May even got her one while she was on a live podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way they set that was great. The conference. You got any comments on?
That was great.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
venue. Well, I don't know. Now that you raise it, the sound was a bit echoey in
Yep.
most of the stages.
Yeah.
Otherwise, overall, it was great. I think they had 1,200 plus people. The venue was excellent. The mezzanine floor was good. They put on really good food for guests. Do you want to go to the main one?
Yeah. That's just them. It's been seen. There we
We've
go.
still got a couple more
I
photos.
know we do.
Oh,
But
okay.
we can go back. We missed you, Tim.
Yeah, Tim, if you're in control, it'll be another story. I think I'm still tired. I'm still catching up. So yeah, it was really good. The vibe was good. The spaces were good. The layout was good. The quality of everything was pretty good.
Yeah. Paranino's stage was very popular, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. There was
Okay.
lots of kids and there was lots of people, adults talking as well as children talking, doing
Right.
speeches, which was really, really awesome. I really enjoyed seeing that part of it as well.
Yeah.
So, and having the book corner where they were talking to authors about books. The only problem was the noise in that room.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll work it out for next year. They have already got tickets on sale for next year, which is amazing. They've already announced.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, Kiki
Wow.
got on stage on the last day and announced. So, yeah, Adopting will be on again next year, and they're getting onto it. So that's really cool. It was really good. So that was Friday, and then on Saturday it was day 2 of conference, and we didn't take many photos. I noticed when I was pulling photos up, so
No.
we haven't got many photos. But we did go and check out the some of the artwork, and one of the artists that we checked out had made a really cool, like it was like a block, the mempool block. It was really creative without it showing like the mempool block. Here.
So the whole idea of this art was to make Bitcoin art without it being obvious that it was Bitcoin. So he's using materials that might get people's attention, such as natural materials. So the wood, he's done like a Japanese burning of the wood, and it's brushed, and you can like feel the grains. You can feel it's like half a millimeter or a millimeter of depth to it. And then it actually breaks apart, so the gold block comes off and you can lift the whole block off, and you've got these hidden compartments inside it. So he will also engrave things in it. So if you've got memorable block heights that you want to put on it, you can actually lift off the mempool. He prints an actual mempool, the mempool image for whatever you want, for the actual block that you mined. So if that makes sense to you guys, it's a bit techie, but yeah, anyway.
No, but it was really
cool.
good. So I think there's a photo of him as well, the guy,
Yes.
the artist there.
Yeah, it's called something like Time Work or something. I can't remember. It was in German though. So he's from Germany, he's here, which is awesome, doing his thing. It was really good, really interesting guy. He does a lot of different art.
Yeah. And then we all went out we went out for dinner with a group of about 20 of us, I think. Yeah.
Can't remember,
And we went to a steakhouse, which was pretty impressive down...
the second night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second night, the first night was pupusas, and it didn't go so. They weren't great pupusas, but they did what was called a loca pupusa, which was a giant pupusa. It was like at least 30 centimeters, like a foot in diameter. It was just.
Yeah. I don't know how they ate it, to be honest, but that's okay.
It's not how pupusas should be done. They were ruining pupusas.
But this night we went out with, there was about 20 of us. It was a good crew that we went out with. We had a really nice meal, apparently at one of Bukele's brothers' restaurants.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Who
Which is
knows?
pretty cool.
But, that's what they say. But it was right down by the museum.
In the centre of town. It was in the
centre
city
of town,
centre.
not the museum, sorry, the library. And so that was really cool.
And there were 2 after parties. Blink put one on the Friday night, and then Plan B put one on the Saturday night. And I think people had a really good time.
Yeah.
We didn't go to them.
No, we
too
were
tired.
really tired, and
Yeah.
we're not really big party people. So
But it was great. And then what was kind of funny was Sunday morning we actually went to Good Beans again to have breakfast, and we opened the door, and who's sitting there staring at us? Keith from Seed Signer. It was funny. It was deja vu.
It was.
Really
And then we had this gorgeous couple who we'd met at conference turn up as well. And so we had a really, really lovely coffee and a bit of breakfast, all chatting. So it was really nice. It was a great way to finish the conference. We then headed to a dollar store to pick up some bits and pieces. And
Super Pilot-ish.
You're in.
You've missed your shout outs, mate. You're gonna have to watch the whole thing again to see what we said.
And then we went to PriceSmart, grabbed some bits and pieces, and
we bumped into Gail and Quinton.
Yep.
Quinton was looking pretty tired.
And Gail was stocking up because she's pretty much, I think, fully booked this week. So Berlin's expecting a lot of people coming up, which is a bit like last year, I suppose. There's lots of people came up after conference last year, so I imagine it's going to be the same. And I actually, going back on the day before, thinking conference, I decided at about lunchtime, I was going, should I get my soap out? Because I had it all in the boot of the car, and I sort of wasn't really keen to do it initially. And then I was thinking, well, I can listen to the speakers that I wanted to listen to, because I could put the stand up where they were speaking, so I thought, right, I will. So that was really cool. So I ended up at about 2:00, I put a soap stall out, and wow, I sold out of a couple of soap of the soap I had. I definitely still had some at home.
She
which
told
was
a
good.
group of guys that one of them was an aphrodisiac.
Well, it is.
They all went mental and bought it.
I had about 5 guys buying up all my ling-a-ling soap. So yeah, that's cool.
So we just learned about a new selling point for guys when it comes to soap. It was really good. That Nicki only really had her stand up for a quarter of a day, and she did pretty good business, which was great. And we know a few others sold out, like Harado with his t-shirts did really well. The young lady with the beef jerky. I forget her name. Elizabeth? No.
Melissa? No, I'm not sure. No, I'm not going.
With the beef jerky, she did really well. I think the tattoos ended up being quite popular.
Yes, it was amazing. It's like a Maya cult.
Oh yeah,
kind
there
of.
was.
It's for her election, so everyone's getting a tattoo, kind of to support Maya. I think. Yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the food stalls outside were really good too. They were really good food. People really enjoyed it, I think, from what I heard. There was coffee. I had a choco banana. Yeah, it was good. Met heaps of good friends. Had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, we were surprised. I mean, you know, we've got rain, and normally by now the rain has stopped. So even over the weekend it was raining.
Our peeler is full.
Peeler is full.
Overflowing.
Yes. So that's really cool. Because it was very hard jumping into a cold shower last night. Yeah.
So the tortoise is happy. He's been happy with his rain and his bugs.
Oh, and we found him a brown frog. So he's got a brown frog hanging out with him too.
Quite a good one. I was like, I don't know. If there's probably not much good to you guys, but I don't know, like 8 centimeters. And when he was sort of sitting there like a little frog does. Yeah. So I captured him and put him up.
So we should be on Sunday, our flag.
Oh yeah.
So that was pretty much our week. We're home. We're unpacked. We've got loads of washing, which we can't do because
we could do it, just won't dry.
It won't dry, and I can't bother doing that. But yeah, we're excited. We're excited for what's moving forward and what's happening. Yeah.
So it's going to be a really busy week in Berlin, which is awesome. Heaps of people are coming up, which is great. They're going to see what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to mention on that dinner on Saturday night, we had a really good chat. Well, one of our really good friends, actually, he's become a really good El Salvador Bitcoin friend, Lucas. He's actually the new CEO of, owner, basically. Yeah. One of the large majority owners of Blink. He was like, let's go to dinner, and I was like, okay, and we went out to dinner with him both nights, and it was just great. He's lots of fun, great stories, and then anyway, the second night we actually met Alexandra Svetsky, the author of the book Bushido of Bitcoin, which I went to I feel bad saying this, but basically the only talks I listened to were pretty much his in the entirety. The only ones I sat there and listened to all of them, because you often want to go and see multiples, so you skip it. We actually got an opportunity to talk to him for about 20 minutes.
Yeah. No, it was great.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. Yeah. So that was awesome. Thank you, Super Pilotish. Anyone who would like to ask any questions, get them in there now, because we're going to start going through that.
Absolutely.
It's been a really full-on 4 weeks. Don't regret any of it. It was a great trip.
Yeah.
Had a good time.
Yeah.
All right. So Q&A. I'm going to move the flag.
Yep, we're in Q&A. Okay, so pretty much.
There's not much in there. What are you guys doing?
Nobody's chatting. Okay, Strolling Roller, greetings. So hello, and Carlos.
Hey guys. It's still raining. It's raining a lot. The peeler is full. Been for a couple of dips, and it is cold. It's like cold plunging, which is great. Well, I'm enjoying it. Nicki's staying out of it.
I'm finding it a bit hard. I'm feeling cold, and I'm finding getting into the peeler quite hard. But that's okay. I gotta toughen up. Nick.
KMC, hello, and then Stroll and Roller. So I guess you didn't bring back a parrot. I found a few parrots in Suriname. There were quite a few.
Yeah. There's some cool parrots actually.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing that I could smuggle.
No. And then Karen, we want to get out of our Jade account as beginners. We are just having a hard time. We will be there next, and we were thinking about Bitbox or Seed Signer. We wanted to have it ready for next week. I mean, I see that Jade has written that Jade's okay and could discuss this coming week. I'm actually going to say
depends on what the issue is, but yes, it can be challenging to use.
Yes, it's more the updates of the software and things seem to take forever, and then it still doesn't seem to work very well. I struggled with it. Bitbox I found a lot easier, but the thing with Bitbox, it's not air-gapped, so that would be my problem with Bitbox unless they've updated something.
Jade's not really air-gapped either, even though they claim it's air-gapped.
Yeah, I love the Seed Signer. I really do. I mean, we were talking about it down in Suriname, and people were sort of saying, it's not that easy for people to do, but I find it easy. I mean, the time-consuming part is to do your QR code, but I mean, once you've done it, you've got it. It's,
Yep.
But that's my personal opinion.
Our experience with the seed signer, it doesn't try to overcomplicate protecting you from yourself, which I think some of these other hardware wallets do. They try to make it easy for you, and in the process, my personal opinion is they make it hard.
Yeah.
Because once you understand the basics of how the wallet works and protecting it, a seed signer actually makes it really easy.
Yeah.
Even though it looks uncool or it looks messy, but I mean,
I like it. I do. You know, and I'm not that techie.
No.
Kind of. So
And I mean, Nicki struggled with, like, I struggle with the jade.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated with it. I just want to smash it and throw it against.
I was okay with Bitbox. I found the Bitbox really smooth.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's not air gap, that was a problem. So and that we were just trying it out and testing it. But seed signer, I really do, and yeah, I really enjoyed. So we'll move on from that. But looking forward to seeing you next week. Really are. It'll be wonderful. So
seed sign. I mean, Super Pilotish was late. Yes, you'll need to go back and watch it. And yes, a happy tortoise and a happy frog now. Hopefully the frog sticks around because it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I haven't licked it yet. And Super Pilotish, is this normally dry season? Yes, it normally is. Like Alan with his motorbike tour, he was really hoping it was going to be dry season because it's normally dry season.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's starting to, I think, panic a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening with his tour. Yeah.
But yes, we're in Berlin and it's raining in Berlin, and apparently friends at the beach are saying it's raining at the beach, so we got rain.
Yep.
Yep.
And then Karen, yes, it's the updates. We're currently locked out. That's why we're meeting with Charlie. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, first question: have you backed up your seed? Because this is actually one of the issues that I don't like about these hardware wallets, is they don't emphasize that you need to back up your seed phrase, because they're like, yeah, no, we keep it on the hardware wallet for you, and then when the hardware wallet has a problem, you're like, oh, was I meant to back that up? And that's the thing with the seed signer, is it forces you to back it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we played a lot with the jade. It was, I must admit, it was a year and a half ago, maybe we did. But, yeah.
If you're really stuck on it and Charlie can't solve it for you,
I think we're meeting up after Charlie.
Yeah, but this is a issue where you're going to need time to try and solve it. And you're going to have to use somebody that you trust, and yeah, tricky. All right, Super Pilotish, it's raining in San Benito now, leaving tomorrow morning.
Oh, you were off. Well, that felt like
no, I think they're coming back up here. You guys are coming back up, right?
No, I think they've gone. Oh,
No.
you'll have to let us know.
Oh, I thought you were coming back up.
Don't know.
I don't know.
But keep us posted. I had a feeling you were leaving, and if you are, safe travels. Great to see you again, and we will see you next time. If you're coming up, we'll see you when you get up here.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Oh, sorry, I thought you were still here for a bit more. I have to check my calendar.
Yeah.
Oh, travel safe. Great to see you guys. It was awesome. I thought we were going to see you more, because when we saw you at the conference,
Well, we've been
it was
away
so brief.
Anyway.
I know.
Yeah.
We have. I was going back to Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, well, travel safe, guys.
Yeah.
Great seeing you. Thank you for visiting. It was awesome. I hope you had a great time.
Yeah.
You looked happy at the conference, which was
I didn't
awesome.
even get to really talk to you. But
No,
that's right.
I know, this trip went so fast.
And Karen, well, we'll catch up with you next week. So if you've got any queries, just DM us too, maybe, or an email. Send us an email.
Email. It's going to be a tricky one.
Yeah.
We'll be back at some time. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, if Suriname becomes a Bitcoin country in May, it might be worth going down and checking that out. It's also a fun experience.
Suriname's,
what happens.
I think, a great place to go visit.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah.
We had a really good time.
Yeah.
We'd go back, which I think is a positive sign.
Yeah. All right.
Our house is leaking like a sieve at the
I
moment.
know, we've got piles of water everywhere. Anyway, that's us, guys.
Yep.
So thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate your support. We really appreciate you coming and listening to our rants and our
Yeah.
our stuff. We it's all
Awesome.
good.
No, it's very good. I just realised we haven't checked the oven recently, have we?
No, but we're okay.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Time to have some dinner. Have a great
All right.
week, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'll see you next week. Bye.